Well, you know Houston Texans star Andre Johnson from the football field, but in a few weeks, you're going to have the chance to play with him on a golf course. Here to talk about the tournament he's hosting, along with Rebecca White. She's the president and CEO of the Houston Area Women's Center, the organization that Andre is helping to raise money for. Thank you so much for being here. And Andre, Rebecca, obviously it's a pleasure to have you here, but Andre, he's Andre Johnson. I mean, for crying out loud. Tell us about, though, Dre, why it's so important to you to raise money for the Houston Area Women's Center.
Well, I worked with the Houston Area Women's Center a few years back when I first got here. And, you know, my foundation reaches out to single-parent homes, and I grew up in a single-parent home. And the Women's Center, you know, has women that have been abused, you know, battered and things like that. And, you know, I'm a mama's boy. You know, I'm very close to my mom, so I always, you know, felt like, you know, I wouldn't be where I'm at without my mother. So I wanted to, you know, just help other women, you know, help them earn their GEDs and, you know, things like that. So that they can move on and, you know, not have to worry about depending on anybody else.
It's one of those organizations, Rebecca, that we all wish didn't have to exist, but unfortunately it does have to exist. Tell us about the tournament, how people can get involved, and how much money you hope to raise.
Well, I will let Andre talk about how much money they expect to raise. I just want to say how excited we are to have a man of this caliber step up and say, I support the work that you do, and I support the women and children that you serve. It's huge for us.
When does the tournament take place? How do people sign up?
The tournament takes place on March 10th.
Okay.
You can register at andrejohnson80.com. Okay. And you can register there. And it'll be held at the Houston Golf Club, formerly known as Redstone.
Okay, great. Yeah. I think a lot of people are familiar with that. And I understand that some of your superstar teammates are going to be there as well. I heard a rumor that J.J. Watt is going to participate.
Yeah, I might have a lot of my teammates come out. And,
so it'll be well worth the while of the people who are coming out.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
The money that is raised, Rebecca, how is it used at Hawk to help the women?
Well, as you know, we help individuals affected by domestic and sexual violence in their efforts to move their lives forward. And there are many ways that we do that. The shelter, counseling, and a whole host of support services for them. We are looking at some projects that this tournament will fund that actually help single moms move their lives forward, help them become self-sufficient so that they can support themselves and their families.
Well, it's a great cause. All right. Now that we have all the golf information, Andre, since we have you here and you're like, I mean, you're Mr. Texan. I mean, you're the most important football player that's ever played for the Houston Texans since their inception. You know, right now you're in the top 20 in receptions, receiving yards, all that stuff. After next year, you're probably going to end up in the top 10. Everybody's referring to you as a future Hall of Famer. How important is it for you that the quarterback situation get settled? And how do you feel about the fact that the Texans might draft a quarterback like a Manziel or a Bridgewater?
I mean, with the position that I play, you know, you want to make sure that the quarterback spot is a spot that's secure. You know, it's a guy that you have to work with day in and day out to make sure your time is down and things like that. You know, watching college football, I was a huge Johnny Manziel fan. Yeah. You know, I think he's a heck of a player. But you know, that's not my call. You know, I can't make that decision.
Well, whoever does become the quarterback, whether it's still Matt Schaub or whoever we draft, is probably going to end up breaking some records with you on the receiving end of a lot of those passes. How important is it to you to get back to the playoffs and to really make a run at a Super Bowl before the end of your career comes up, maybe 4, 5, 6 years down the line?
I mean, it's very important. You know, that's the reason why I play the game, is to try to win a Super Bowl. Every year, that's I think that's everybody's goal. You know, that's the ultimate team goal. But you know, during the off season, that's what we work for. You know, that's the objective. You know, to hopefully one day to hold up that trophy.
Yeah. The fans this past season reacted when you guys first started going through some troubles. They reacted sort of badly to it, didn't they? I mean, did that disappoint you? And what are you looking forward to next year?
I think, you know, the fans were kind of spoiled a little bit, you know, especially after, you know, us going 12-4. Yeah. You know, and then the year before that, you know, we got in the playoffs for the first time, and then, you know, you come back, you go 12-4. I think they got kind of spoiled a little bit because, you know, we hadn't really been winning like that before, and then when you give them something and show them what kind of team you can be, and then you come back and go 2-14, that's, you know, that caught everyone off guard. So.
But it was probably just a one-year kind of anomaly, right? I mean, I think most people look at the talent on the Texans and say, this is by no means a 2-14 team. Sometimes this stuff just happens.
Yeah, it does. When you don't go out and play your best football, you know, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You know, the thing about the NFL, you can be beaten by anybody any day. The record doesn't matter, and that's why it's the best game in the world. So.
All right. Well, one last time, give us the website where people can sign up for the tournament.
AndreJohnson80.com.
Okay, AndreJohnson80.com. You could also look up the Houston Area Women's Center. Just go ahead and Google them, and you'll get to their website. It has been an honor having you both here this morning, and I hope you raise millions of dollars. Dre, thank you so much.